As someone who has read all of Stephen King's novels, I have been thinking quite a bit about what my favorite ending of Stephen King's is, and I by far have to go with Pet Sematary, and here's why. King has this tendency to add pretty long endings or what feels like multiple endings to his novels, and given the length of the novels that he writes, it makes perfect sense that there would be some that are longer than others. But with Pet Sematary, even though it technically ends with an epilogue, the epilogue really isn't all that long. It is less than a page by the time you factor in the epilogue chapter title and the fact that he signs off, I think, every single one of his books with the dates that it was written. So with the Pet Sematary ending, not only has he gone through and just summed up grief in a way that is so real, but he adds this twist to it at the end, and it ends just with the line, "Darling, it said." But right before that, it mentions that Rachel's voice is grating and full of dirt. So he goes from sort of depicting Rachel as a person and then ends it with "it said." So he goes from, this sort of realistic person who we've gotten to know throughout the entirety of the novel and just sort of turns her into this object instead of a person. Obviously, when you have Lewis going and bearing her beyond the pet cemetery after he already has not learned his lesson with doing that with Gage, it is just such a powerful ending, and it is one that has obviously stuck with me because I read everything in chronological order. So for me, I read Pet Sematary a few years ago with my podcast Chat Cemetery. What I did was I started from the beginning, read all the books, included all the TV shows and most of the movies. I did not go through all of the Children of the Corn movies, thankfully, but for me, that was something that was quite a while ago in my reading journey with Stephen King's works. And, he has written, I don't even know how many novels at this point. It is so many. I have to say it's over 70. It takes up almost an entire bookshelf. And I think Pet Sematary is definitely the one that has stuck with me the most. I remember the final line in this story, which I can't really say for most of the others, if not all of them. Like, I remember how Carrie ended, but I don't remember that final line that is in the novel like I do with Pet Sematary. I also, have a vague idea of how Christine ended in most of the novels, honestly, but there are some where I just have completely forgotten the ending because it wasn't quite as memorable. So I just wanted to quickly talk about my favorite Stephen King ending here. Let me know what yours is in the comments. If you've read everything, if you haven't read anything, doesn't matter which of King's endings is your favorite. And I will definitely be back with more videos. I know it's been a weird schedule lately because I moved and then I just got insanely busy with work, but more videos are on the way, so stay tuned for those. And thank you all for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you next time.